I'm Natalie. I'm a first-time mom to a precious 1-year-old baby, and here is a reflection of what it's been like for me this past year as a mom. This is pretty much a compilation of what it would be like to enter my journal or my thought process. What I have realized in parenting that I gathered very quickly is that parenting can be so similar to politics. Like, there are different parties and camps of thought, right? There are some members of each party, if you will. They can be a little mean and judgy, dare I say. People just feel very strongly about certain things, such as sleep training, breastfeeding. The list goes on and on. I won't get into it. What I have found helpful is to find the people that you really align with, that makes you feel at peace, and maybe people that are just a bit ahead of you, and learn from them, ask them questions, and respect everybody else. Because it's so easy to get so judgy in this world. I confess that sometimes I look at parents and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is happening? What are you doing? If you would only just, you know what I mean? Everybody has done that. But it's really to each their own. Every parent is different. Every child is different. Every family, household. The next thing I will say, and I will say this from the rooftop, I will die on this hill. It does, in fact, take a village. I look at some moms that feel the need to do it all themselves, and I'm like, what are you doing? You are making this so hard on yourself. Granted, there are some people that don't have communities, but also you have to go find and build a community. I think you really have to be intentional, and I do think it makes such a beautiful difference in not just your life as a parent, but also the lives of your children, whether it's family, friends, church, different, I've seen people find community in breastfeeding groups and things of that nature, and it's so beautiful. I know that everyone's situation with their parents, in-laws is so different, but I also think it is really, really beautiful when grandparents are very involved in their grandchildren's lives. I personally, growing up, I was very close with my grandmother. I have so many fond memories with her, and it's really cool to be able to have the privilege to set up our lives where my son is very close with his grandparents, and they want to be really close with him. But I know that in other cultures too, that is a standard. It is this beautiful thing where grandparents are a huge part of their grandchildren's lives. I can't imagine living far from my parents. Granted, everyone is different, but for us, for our household, this is such a very, very beautiful just honor and choice that we have made. I'm not going to go into sleep training. There's people that are far smarter than I and more experienced with more children that can better say this. But I will say, before you shut all these ideas down in parenting, I think a lot of people go into parenting and they're like, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna be like this, and if this happens, this is what I'm gonna do. Be so open, or be considerate of other ways to operate and function. I've read various books on emotional regulation, and I feel so thankful for the parents that have gone before me and are psychologists and doctors that have put this information into formats for us to learn from. And so, I can't encourage you enough to go and seek and find information like that, so you can be the best version of yourself for your children. My last and final reflection is something I learned from a parenting coach through Poppins, and she was like, society wants moms to believe that they lose themselves when becoming a mom and throughout motherhood, but honestly, you are becoming this version of yourself that you could never become unless you were stretched in this way through your children. And so you are becoming an even better, stronger, more capable version of yourself, because you're learning so much. You are becoming so much. You are stronger actually than you've ever been before, because of all that you become as a mom, that you would have never had the chance to grow in these characteristics otherwise. And I just thought that was so beautiful. Like, parenthood, motherhood, it is all so beautiful, and a chance to grow in ways that you didn't even know that you could.